The 9 vortices of energy appear as spirals and are vital force centers that superimpose various glands of the body and your own inner central sun, seat 4, solar plexus, seat 3 to Hindus. This complex series of vortices, the human aura system, provides a cumulative cosmic record of our lives from the very beginning of our existence. It is all recorded in light, or rightfully, energy. Even before our first conscious physical earth incarnation, we existed as unique ethereal life force entities whose destiny was growth and unlimited potential in all our multiple lives, or classes in the schools of universal existence, and the discarnate growth intervals between them, are all recorded in the aura as components of the master plan of absolute nature. Growth in existence has unlimited possibilities, or potential, if we stay in tune with the power source of our soul's life Nupu. This cannot be fully achieved as an individual. It is best done collectively with those in whom you share the strongest genetic and spiritual connection to, although you are intrinsically connected to all. Out of this need to be reminded of who created us, rules, codes, laws, regulations, etc., are established, from which order is kept in the universe or in its multidimensional realization called the multiverse. The evil one loses by his mere ego and pride, cold emotions, that resides in his or her chest as the allegorical smokeless fire, Nar El Samun, meaning, the ghost man has a lunar plexus which only negatively reflects or mirrors the sun in you, Al-Nun or El-Nur. It may appear to be a contradiction that cold emotions could emanate from a source of smokeless fire. However, the moon reflects the sun's emissions or converts light, heat, and positive gases, or ultra-gaseous matter, called ether, 9 ether, into pure light, limited heat, and negative gases called fog, 6 ether or 3 ether ghost. Death is a cold burning in the process of death or life decay in space, matter, and time. Its light and heat is lesser or is insignificant in comparison to the sun in you because it is non-luminous or reflective of the true light. Likewise, every positive, benevolent, or agreeable emotion has a negative, malevolent, or disagreeable reflection, and vice versa. Rejection of negative emotions is what is needed to bring emotional balance. Destruction of negative emotions is not needed, nor is it logical, but a conversion and replacement, mental transmutation, is necessary, though metaphysical alchemy or practicing the commandment laws of nature for this revolutionary cycle is found in the introduction to the Nature of Nature Book 2. All negative emotions can be transmuted into positive ones. Thus, we sun people control the negative emotional reflections of moon people by our actions. Whether in thought or deed, we control them when we are mentally empowered. This polarity shift can be achieved by sun people positively radiating divine love, sun knowledge, not the lust of the flesh, moon knowledge. The Bible is not a validation of any reality that we can validate through sound right reasoning. Although many truths are in it, when used as a reference into the Caucasian and as God's mind, we must realize that it is the tool of Leviathan and Ghost. The tool of Nunibus is sound right reasoning. It is obvious that you will not, nor should you, just listen to our word on it. Check it out for yourself, verify, validate, and reason it out. The religious teachers are not going to teach you this truth that the inner light is there. They will pass this over as paganism, the occult, and Satanism. However, the true light, 9 ether jet black light emanation, within is almost always equated with the inner sun or the solar plexus energy vortex seat, even in the so-called Holy Bible. Remember, the sun controls the moon and all things, so the moon's light is temporary and a weaker, impure, form of the sun's light. Here are a few references to the light within: Psalms 37, 5-6, KJV. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. John 11, 8-10, KJV. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. Matthew 5:14-16, KJV. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle, and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 13:43, KJV. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Daniel 12:1-4, KJV. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. This is what the Holy Tablets, chapter 5, tablet 4 to 291 to 294. The female of Halel's seed will remove the females of Codman's seed. Men will seek to be with Nakash's seed. For they want what they want. They want to be as Anak, wife of Nakash, but in one day will light and fire come, the light for those stern against Anak, also said in tones Anak, wife of Nakash. Fire for those who follow her, Anak, wife of Nakash. The true light will come to those stern against Anak, the wife Nakash, curse them both, so start rejecting these emitters of the power of lust that corrupts your very mental power. This is a message, a call for the rejection or deprivation of these adverse forces. The macho man or ladies man, whose mission is to achieve the 3 F's with women, find 'em, F 'em, forget 'em, is an illusion perpetuated by Leviathan. You can consciously contract with divine love, 9 ether light, which is adverse to the lust of the flesh, 6 ether poisonous, poison new called Zeus, Logos, and Rahoah, and smokeless fire, starting with loving the divine in you, your true self that exists as part of all, then the divine that is reflected in others like you, your kind, and radiated outward, your aura, to everyone you spiritually touch. These are all attributes of the physical, as well as etheric sun. All things came from the sun Re. The true light is really black in manifestation, which is all of the electromagnetic and geomagnetic frequencies combined, and from which it can be separated by a prism to manifest visible white light of limited frequency ranges. Let the true light in you, black light energy, dark matter, that shines in the darkness of the body, radiate divine love from yourself, to your own kind, and to the Mother Earth in whom we are all connected to. Don't lust after the things of this world, because lust is the antithesis of divine love or true care for self and kind. Just as true love or true care is for the most part unknown or foreign to the world, the sun in its strength is blinding to the eyes at first. After a while you get used to it. We will win. One way is to control our own energy. 9 ether energy is the power of true love or care. 6 ether energy is the power of sex or lust. If we give up the ghost like the ghost man's unholy Bible and religion that are so infused with Leviathan's negative radiation energy called lust. Ask yourself, am I still in a state of spiritual ignorance or racial blindness? Do I still believe that the Bible is a book that has the keys to my salvation? Do I think that the people in the Bible are my people? Do I see Leviathan, sex, spirit, evolutionary forces, as being smart enough to not come as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian in this day and time? Do I walk in the light of the Father, Son of nature? Do I accept absolute nature as the one supreme being? Did I get from behind the 9 ball, give up the ghost, reason that this is the 9th hour? Do I unconditionally love Ethiopians as myself and kind, my loving family? Do I still love the image of the beast or mankind? Only you can answer these questions. You're in a strange day and time now. On June 6, 1996, the 6,000-year reign ended. This did not mean that all of us personally broke the spell of sleep. We are not a you, we are a we, including the reader if he or she is responsible. We all know how to do it except our own spiritual powers, which is in Nupu, and no one be Nunibus that aligned his or herself to the incoming laws of nature, to the best of his or her ability. Reject that Leviathan, the negative forces of nature, have power over us, over our own ability to use sound right reasoning. Claim the jurisdiction over you, self, and your kind back, declare it, then make them prove it isn't so. Claim your sovereign chief as who he says he is, validating his claim to all. Announce Ethiopian liberation far and wide, live it. 9 ether powers and forces are the power that will work for us through the Father, Son of nature, the 9 ether Father, and not the fighting sons, 6 ether sons. It may be a gradual process, but know that it can and will happen. Facilitate it by accepting and knowing it. They even put it in their book, as public notice, in hopes you would not see it. Isaiah 27, 1-3, King James Version. In that day the Lord with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan the piercing serpent, even Leviathan that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. In the same way that the time was right for the negative to rule, the cycles or circles of space, matter, and time, SMAT circle of order, had deemed that the vibratory reality shift must happen to facilitate the Ethiopian tides, Nubian or Kushites, awakening or rapturing upwards. This low ego-ridden reality called evolution was a school or short period of temporal experience from which we were to learn, grow, evolve, and now revolve again in the revolutionary cycle, which is a gradual undoing of what evolutionary powers and forces did down through the evolutionary arc/arch full of animals powers called Zupu, alluding to the circle of animals called the zodiac, zone, of the bottom half of the circle of space, matter, and time. These are spirit dragon forces called Leviathan, Ushumgal, and human beast called behemoths, the albino ghost man. The last moon cycle of the Virgo epoch was the Sin, Suan, Swan, Zun cycle, another ancient name of the moon as well as the moon god. This illustrates that the moon god is the pale man's god, who is one of the evolutionary spirit forces of Leviathan. Leviathan are six ether, spirit forces who are the spirit gods of the Caucasian Bible that all work together via the system set up by these negative spirit forces as the programmers and controllers of humans, the Caucasian in particular. Levi.Othan is the law of sin, through various social systems, not only religion, but through commerce, sexual intercourse, law and trade based on energy, money, banking, resources, merchandise, capitalism, and vampirism. Only the Son of Nature via the Son of Righteousness and his sons, true stars, metaphysically coming in the clouds of the heavens, called Nunibus, can drive them away. Wake up as a sun. The Son of Nature will help us by increasing its ether strength and formula because it is time for all things to revolve. Let it be known, the zodiac does not control our lives, Nunibus just use it as a point of reference. And as a reference, this is the first sun cycle of the Libra epoch, the seventh sign on the long-term zodiac, of the revolutionary quarter/cycle, spring, on the SMAT circle of order, its liberation, justice, mod, time. Epoch, noun. 1a. A particular period of history, especially one considered remarkable or noteworthy. See synonyms at period. 2. A unit of geologic time that is a division of a period. 3. Astronomy, an instant in time that is arbitrarily selected as a point of reference. Etymology, medieval Latin epocha, measure of time, from Greek epoch, a point in time. Nunibus, nunibus, are nine minds who accepts absolute nature, all, as the one supreme being, those existing on cloud 9 as cloud nines, no 1/none 9 plus nimbus cloud. It is a state of nine mind. Nimbus, noun. A cloudy radiance said to surround a classical deity when on earth. 2. A radiant light that appears usually in the form of a circle or halo about or over the head in the representation of a god, demigod, saint, or sacred person such as a king or an emperor. 3. A splendid atmosphere or aura, as of glamour, that surrounds a person or thing. 4. A rain cloud, especially a low dark layer of cloud such as a nimbostratus. From, neb, cloud. 1. Suffixed form nebilo. A niflheim, from Old Norse nifl, mist or dark, probably from Germanic nibula. B. Nibelung, from Old High German nibelung, nibelung, from Germanic suffixed patronymic form nibelunga, beside Old High German nebule, mist, fog, from Germanic nebla. 2. Suffixed form nebula. A nebula, nebulous, from Latin nebula, cloud. B. Nephilim, nephilometer, from Greek nephili, cloud. 3. Suffixed form nebes. Nephology, from Greek nephos, cloud. 4. Nasalized form nembh. Nimbus, from Latin nimbus, rain, cloud, aura. As you see, the word nimbus is Latin and related to nebula, nebu.la, nephili, incarnate nephilim, not spooks, properly vapor or a cloud, and in art and archaeology a nimbus was also a garland of sun rays drawn on portraits of saints, deities, gods and goddesses, demigods and demigoddesses, etc., implying great dignity and glory. Nebu in the Egyptian mystery language means the golden one and a master. Since the Ethiopian race represents 9 ether, conscious and conscience gas forces, that is, all existing gases in nature, this cloud is not considered fog or -3 ether gases like ghost, it is metaphysically a living ether fire energy, sublimated gases, called cloud 9. And A.Nun.Na, or Ananites, are the 9 ether growths of Anu the Most High, Father God Son of Nature, by definition, in this revolutionary phase, position, called A-Nun-Re or the Black Point 3 South Rising Sun. We are racial relatives as Ether Utopians or Ethiopians, Nuba. We are relatives. Read the Sun Re plus late of or toward the end or more advanced part of something, as of a period or stage, means the stages, or phases, that the ethers of the Father Son are going through right now are more advanced in space, matter, and time, and it will increase exponentially in the next few years as we gradually revolve from 3 ether to 4 ether, on up. The more advanced part of the bottom of the circle of existence begins now in the sun cycle, Libra, Ma, epic, and revolutionary quarter of 18 million years. One etymological root of the word reason is raison, pronounced raisin. Thus the etymological and literal meaning of the word reason is phonetically a son of Re and a son of Ra, making all Ethiopians who adhere to nature knowledge, sun cycle knowledge, relatives, as direct descendants of the sun. Thus all Ethiopians, those with genuinely woolly hair, are relatives by race and nature and some by mind. When you employ reason, one becomes a son, or daughter of course, of Re or Ra, and true culture, not to be confused with religion, should be by being in the legion of Re, the Father God Son, appointed by absolute nature, the one supreme being. Of course, Ra and Re are names of the Son of Nature, our Godson and Sun God, spirit powers and forces that represent the Son of Nature in season cycles of existence, specifically 4 great circle cycles, and the sons of the universes of nature are indeed the sources of universe reason, because the fact is, their brains, located at their centers, produce, grow, the universe and nature mind called reason, sun gods and sun goddesses, and all that is. The real scientific and philosophical meaning of the word reason is the intellect, best mind, and intelligence of absolute, infinite, eternal, almighty nature, and the mental spirit creator of all persons, places, and things, both natural and artificial/man-made. Reason, noun. 1. The basis or motive for an action, decision, or conviction. See usage notes at because, why. 2. A declaration made to explain or justify action, decision, or conviction, inquired about her reason for leaving. 3. An underlying fact or cause that provides logical sense for a premise or occurrence. There is reason to believe that the accused did not commit this crime. 4. The capacity for logical, rational, and analytic thought, intelligence. 5. Good judgment, sound sense. 6. A normal mental state, sanity. He has lost his reason. 7. Logic, a premise, usually the minor premise of an argument. Etymology, Middle English, from Old French raison, from Latin ratio, ration, from ratus, past participle of rare, to consider, think. This is no new direction. All roads lead to home when you are part of all. The journey is inward and a mental movement. Why is it we question our own mind? We question ourselves because of fear. And then we say, the devil made us do it in an effort to shift the blame to an external person, place, or thing and give them all the power. We never just try using the tests of right knowledge, which are experience, evidence, and reason. Thus we can easily be led down the path of scapegoatism, a feature of the moon cycle. Stop blaming other than yourself for your personal ignorance. Anything you doubt should be reasoned out. Sound right reasoning should sound right to our reasoning. Take responsibility as God and a child of the Most High, Father Son of Nature, appointed by absolute nature, the one supreme being. Divine love, true care, needs no validation. It is needless. Do you need permission to love? No. This, in no way, is this to be used to encourage others to not ask questions. That's how religionists operate. We just want to open, pata, your eyes enough for you to draw the nature-wise conclusions we have, by pointing you in the right direction towards absolute nature and its laws inside, outside, all around you, and as you. The levels necessary to be qualified to survive Armageddon are coming fast, and justice in the sun cycle, Libra epic, and revolutionary quarter is coming swiftly. Time's up. The metaphysical eyes of Ethiopians is opening by the power of sound right reasoning, Nupu/Nupu, philosophically called Nu, in Ethiopian Egyptian cosmology, Ptah, metaphysically called Ptah Nun. We Ethiopians, those with genuinely woolly hair, are all relatives. The sun actually emanates reason, in the form of 9 ether powers, conscious and conscience gas forces, which are sound right reasoning, Nupu, the prime mover and mental motivator of cosmic reason, as the first emanation of the one whole and supreme being, absolute nature, not in existence but as existence. The sun is an intelligent, reasoning entity appointed by infinite eternal almighty absolute nature to be a visible physical creator/grower in nature. Even the phrase no might, no power, except by way of Anu/Re, the Most High El, just means that we give reverence to that 9 ethereal deity known to many as the Father Son of Nature, in us all, as our creative source. He is our Godson, the Most High and Supreme Soul/Sol, Al-Ruach Atsum, the great heavenly Sol, all before it got turned into many forms of spookism, religion, ghostism, mysticism, occultism, and mysteries, which were all born from pantheism, specifically Sabatism, which is born from the true ethereal science known as Nuwabu at the beginning of the evolutionary cycle, becoming the revolutionary cycle science No 1, Nu, Nun, Noon, 9 science of Nupu.
The first emanation of almighty absolute nature is the Ethiopian's power source called the mighty Nupu, 999, known as Ptah Nun in the Ethiopian Egyptian philosophy science No 1/Nun, Menfit cosmology.